Peppa Pig. Peppa goes skiing. It is a lovely snowy day and Peppa's family are going skiing. First they have to take a ski lift all the way to the top of a snowy mountain. Oh, that looks a bit high, says Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig does not like heights. Everyone gets on the ski lift. This is fun, calls Peppa and she sings a little song. In the air, in a chair, snow is falling everywhere. Clunk, clank. Daddy Pig does not think it is fun. He does not like the way the ski lift clunks and clanks. At the top of a snowy mountain, Daddy Pig falls out of his chair and into the snow. Are you all right, Daddy? Cries Peppa. Ho ho, yes, Peppa, says Daddy Pig. Let's get you to your ski lesson. Madame Gazelle starts the ski lesson. Peppa, George and all their friends learn how to start and stop. Whee! Skiing is fun, cries Peppa as they go down the baby slope. Can we see you ski now, Madame Gazelle? Asks Peppa. Oh, I don't know, replies Madame Gazelle. Please, everyone cries. Very well, says Madame Gazelle. Voila! Madame Gazelle does a magnificent ski jump. Everyone claps and cheers. That was amazing, says Peppa. Thank you, says Madame Gazelle. I was the world champion at skiing and I won this cup. Ooh, everyone says. Which mummy or daddy would like a go? Asks Madame Gazelle. I will, says Mummy Pig. Where does this path lead? Down the mountain, cries Madame Gazelle. Help! Where are the brakes? Shouts Mummy Pig. She can't stop, cries Daddy Pig. Let's catch up with her in the coach. Mummy Pig skis down the mountain, along the road and past the shops. Eee! Stand back! Cries Mummy Pig. She even does a loop-the-loop at top speed. Finally, everyone catches up with Mummy Pig. She has crashed straight into a snowdrift. You are a walking, talking snowman, Mummy, laughs Peppa. I have never seen such amazing skiing, says Madame Gazelle. This cup belongs to you now. Everyone cheers as Madame Gazelle presents Mummy Pig with her world champion cup. Hooray, says Peppa. My mummy is a skiing champion. Peppa Pig. Let's go shopping, Peppa. Once upon a time, Peppa and George were having their breakfast. What are we doing today, Daddy? Asked Peppa. We need to go shopping, replied Daddy Pig, rubbing his tummy for lunch. Yippee! Cheered Peppa and George. They loved going shopping. When breakfast was finished, everyone jumped into the car. We are here! Cheered Peppa when they arrived at the supermarket. Peppa and George leapt out of the car and started jumping up and down excitedly. They loved the supermarket. First, we need a trolley, said Peppa. Daddy Pig put George in the trolley, said George happily. Daddy, said Peppa, can I sit in the trolley too? Ho ho, laughed Daddy Pig. You are too big, Peppa, but you can help with the shopping. Oh, goody, said Peppa, skipping into the supermarket. There was so much to see inside. Can we get one of everything? Asked Peppa. No, Peppa, that would be far too much, replied Mummy Pig. But how do we know what to get? Asked Peppa. We use this, said Daddy Pig, holding up a piece of paper. Ooh, said Peppa. What is that? It's our shopping list, explained Mummy Pig. We have 4 things on our list. Daddy Pig looked at the list closely and read it out slowly. 4 tomatoes, spaghetti, 4 onions, fruit. I will find it all, said Peppa. I can see the tomatoes, cried Peppa. Peppa counted 4 tomatoes as Mummy Pig put them into a bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. She skipped off to put them in the trolley. Daddy Pig crossed them off the list. What's next on the list? Asked Mummy Pig. Can you remember? Spaghetti, cheered Peppa. Spaghetti, cheered George. Spaghetti was Peppa and George's favorite. I can see it, cried Peppa. Follow me. Peppa found the spaghetti and put it in the trolley. Well done, Peppa, said Mummy Pig. Peppa and George couldn't remember what was next on the list. Dinosaur? Guess George. George, said Peppa, there aren't any dinosaurs in the supermarket. Daddy Pig laughed. Onions are next. Onions, cried Peppa. I remember. She raced off and counted 4 onions into a bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then she put them in the trolley. Well done, Peppa, said Daddy Pig, crossing them off the list. The last thing on the list was fruit. I will get it, cried Peppa. It's George's turn now, said Mummy Pig. Replied George. How about bananas? Suggested Peppa. Or apples, or pears, or oranges? George shook his head. He didn't want any of Peppa's suggestions. He wanted a very big watermelon. Grunt, grunt. George was very happy with his choice, even though it was bigger than him. Daddy Pig passed George the watermelon. It was very heavy. George dropped the watermelon in the trolley. Rattle, rattle. It was so big the whole trolley shook. He, he, he. Everyone laughed. Well done, George. Daddy Pig crossed fruit off the shopping list. That's everything, said Mummy Pig. Let's head to the checkout and pay. At the checkout, Peppa and Daddy Pig put the food on the conveyor belt. Miss Rabbit scanned each thing. Tomatoes, beep. Onions, beep. Watermelon, beep. Spaghetti, beep. Great big chocolate cake, beep. Chocolate cake, said Mummy Pig. Peppa and George, that wasn't on the list. Peppa, did you put a chocolate cake in the trolley? Asked Mummy Pig. No, Mummy, replied Peppa. George, did you put a chocolate cake in the trolley? Asked Mummy Pig. No, replied George. Well, I didn't put it in the trolley, said Mummy Pig. Then who did? Asked Peppa. Said Daddy Pig, holding up the chocolate cake guiltily. I thought it might be nice for pudding. Daddy Pig, said Mummy Pig. Sorry, said Daddy Pig, turning red. It just looked so delicious. It does look rather yummy, said Mummy Pig. Let's pretend it was on the list. Hooray! Everyone cheered. When Peppa and her family arrived home, it was time for lunch. They had delicious spaghetti followed by a big piece of watermelon and a great big slice of chocolate cake. Peppa, George, Mummy Pig, and Daddy Pig loved going shopping for food, but they loved eating it most of all. Peppa Pig Ballet Lesson. Mummy Pig is taking Peppa to her first ballet lesson. Madame Gazelle greets them at the door. You must be young, Peppa, she says with a graceful bow. Hello, Madame, says Peppa. Mummy Pig kisses Peppa goodbye. I will pick you up later. Enjoy yourself. Peppa's friends Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Danny Dog, Rebecca Rabbit, and Pedro Pony are already inside. Madame Gazelle claps her hands. Today we have a new pupil, Peppa Pig. It is time for the ballet lesson to begin. We will start with a little jump, says Madame Gazelle. A petit jeté. Peppa watches as Madame Gazelle shows everyone how to jump like a ballerina. Leap with grace and beauty, Madame Gazelle tells the dancers. Peppa and her friends try the little jump. Thump, thump. Their feet make loud noises as they hit the floor. Let's try it again, says Madame Gazelle. Petit jeté, grace and beauty. Peppa and her friends jump some more. Thump, thump, thump. The students are not as graceful as Madame Gazelle, but everyone is having fun. Madame Gazelle turns on some music and claps her hands. Children, now let's pretend to dance like we are beautiful swans. What noise do you think a swan might make? Asks Madame Gazelle. Peppa and her friends don't know what noise a swan makes, so they all make their own noises. Meow, ba, woof, nee, hee. The dance lesson is finished. Mummy Pig comes to take Peppa home. Peppa did very well, Madame Gazelle says. Thank you, Madame. Peppa is very happy. At home, Peppa wants to show her family what she has learned. I'm going to teach you how to do ballet, Peppa announces. Is it difficult? Asks Daddy Pig. You must copy exactly what I do, says Peppa. Madame Gazelle used funny words, but it's just bending your knees and jumping, really. Peppa turns on some music and shows Mummy, Daddy, and George how to do a little jump. Daddy Pig smiles. Ah, the petit jeté. Daddy, you know the funny words. Ho ho ho. Mummy Pig and I used to be very good at ballet, says Daddy. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig dance together. He lifts her up just like a ballerina. Our favorite dance was the pas de deux, Daddy says. He tosses Mummy Pig high into the air. That's a dance for two people. Thump, oh dear, Daddy doesn't catch Mummy in time. She lands on top of him. That wasn't quite how I remembered it, says Daddy. Silly Daddy Pig. Maybe we should leave the ballet to Peppa, Daddy Pig says. Yes, says Peppa, I am the best at it. I am like a beautiful swan. Peppa loves dancing. Everyone loves dancing. Peppa Pig. Peppa goes on holiday. Peppa and her family are going on holiday. Mummy Pig is packing their bags. Are you sure we need all that stuff, Mummy Pig? Daddy Pig asks. Yes, replies Mummy Pig. It's all very important. Mr. Bull takes Peppa, George, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig to the airport in his taxi. Miss Rabbit checks in their bags. Then it's time to board the plane. Airplane! Meow! Cries George. Off they fly higher and higher through the clouds. Whee! Before long, their pilot, Captain Emergency, makes an announcement. We are about to land in Italy. Miss Rabbit, who is also their air stewardess, says, Please fasten your seat belts. At the airport in Italy, they collect their hired car. Once they are on the road, they discover that the sat-nav only speaks Italian. Why is everyone beeping their horns at us? Asks Peppa. I expect they are just saying hello, says Mummy Pig. Suddenly, Peppa remembers something very important. Teddy! I left Teddy on the aeroplane. Oh dear! A policeman on a motorbike pulls Daddy Pig over. Hello, officer, stutters Daddy Pig. Good day, the policeman replies, reaching into his bag. I'm returning this young bear. Teddy! Cries Peppa. The next day, Mummy Pig suggests they do some sightseeing. Their new friend Gabriella Goat shows them her pretty village. Mummy Pig buys a lot of things to take home. They are going to need another suitcase. Gabriella's uncle shows Peppa and George how pizza is made. A little bit of tomato, a little bit of cheese, says Uncle Goat. Into the oven and into my tummy, says Peppa. I like pizza. What a lovely, relaxing holiday, sighs Mummy Pig as Daddy Pig drives back to the holiday home. Oh dear, Daddy Pig has been pulled over again. Mr. Pig, says the policeman, reaching into his bag. You're Teddy. Teddy, cries Peppa. After a few days, it is time for Peppa and her family to go home. Bye-bye, they call to Gabriella Goat and her family. What a lovely holiday, exclaims Daddy Pig. Yes, I have never felt so relaxed, sighs Mummy Pig. Oh dear, Daddy Pig has been pulled over by the policeman for a third time. Mr. Pig, please take better care of your Teddy, he says. Teddy, cries Peppa, hugging her beard. We are going home today. Susie Sheep is waiting for Peppa when she gets home. It rained while you were away, Susie complains. Oh good, cries Peppa. Holidays are nice, but coming home to muddy puddles is even better.